We got a brand new ball.
New balls. Zen ball good.
×3. This is a pretty ball. It's like cotton candy.
We had one that looked like that before. Looks like a daredevil trick. Prather's ball.
Was it asymmetric hybrid? Or I mean, a symmetric hybrid?
It was symmetric, and it was solid. Although, I can't really tell which one the pearl is. The blue, maybe?
So that's what hybrid means? It's the colors that are like different?
No, it's the
it's
the material, so it's...
Yeah.
Usually if it's 3 colors, it's either 2 parts pearl, 1 part solid, or 2 parts solid, 1 part pearl.
But it's not like just a cover of the blend, or like a blend throughout the whole thing. It's like this part is pearl and this part is hot, like solid type
Yeah.
thing? Wow, didn't know that.
So some balls could roll different depending on how much you have in your track. Like if you have more solid, it might be a little smoother. If you have more pearl.
Wow, you learn something new every day.
Welcome back to the channel. Before you start viewing, make sure you hit that sub button on this side or this side. I don't know, but we got the Zen Soul for you today from 900 Global, and I'm just gonna go into it because I think this one's gonna be the nut. Not really sure where to stand. This looks nice. This ball is nice.
All right, I got a question real quick off the bat. The Zen is a pearl, right?
Yes.
And it's already one of the most versatile balls that anybody can put in their bag, yeah?
Yes.
Does that mean this being a hybrid will make it even more versatile?
I don't know about more versatile. It'll be, I think, better earlier. So you can throw it sooner in a block than a Zen, which would be really good because I thought you could already throw the Zen pretty early. So this ball might be in play for longer throughout a block, but hard to say. This is my first day throwing it really. So only time will tell. Only tournament results will tell. But I do think, interestingly enough, this is getting kind of close to phase 2. Obviously not as smooth as a phase 2 because that's a completely different ball for one, and it's a solid cover stock. I think this one actually kind of bridges the gap right between phase 2 and Zen. I actually have Zen Master a little stronger than phase 2, and then obviously the Zen's weaker. I do think this one's gonna be a home run. Aha!
I don't get it.
Make a little more curve, you said, off the bat, earlier. Now, we already shot one ball video. We threw the strongest bowling ball of all time in the gym. So the lanes may not be ideal, but this could be where the Zens shine because the asymmetric balls are starting to struggle a little bit as the lanes start to change. Now the symmetric balls should get through the front a little bit better because they don't want to lock up as quick in the front. For all you technical nerds out there, like myself, these should start to look pretty good. Let's take one more step to the left. Should we loft it a little bit? Nah. No need. Usually I upper deck the 7-pin in the 7-pin stands, but this time, gave it a smackdown. Not too often we have a hybrid where we start in the middle. So I guess the only logical way to do this is to go up. Not because of lane transition, but because we want to try to avoid throwing the solid one after, just in case the lanes get even worse. I get this question a lot. What kind of pearl should I have in my bag? What kind of solid? What kind of hybrid? I honestly don't think that's a very important category. I think doing some research on strength of the bowling ball itself, how strong the cover is, how strong the core is, way more important than making sure you have a pearl, a hybrid, and a solid ball. In my opinion, I don't really look at that too much. Like sometimes I'll go to a tournament and I'll have 5 pearls and 1 solid. And the solid is usually the pitch black. Yeah, I don't think it's the most important thing.
There's a lot of good pearl balls out there.
Yeah, there is. I'm way further right than any ball I've thrown today. So this is the only pin down ball I brought. That's a good 15 right of where I was playing with the Zen Soul. Now I did throw it a little harder and I got a touch more forward, a little more aggressive, but...
And it still went through the pins like that?
Yeah, so we're already spanning some big differences here. I do think the layout makes a good chunk of the difference just because it's a lower flaring layout. So it's gonna be a little cleaner and a little smoother and not hook as much. We'll just keep going left until we cap out. Maybe we go back to the Zen Soul. Keep moving until we cap out, if we cap out. And if we don't, maybe we just don't even throw the Zen. New Zen ball good? Zen ball goods in the comment section below?
I think we have to throw the Zen.
Do we? All right, that one's already pretty close to... I could probably make one more move with it and a little softer, wrap my hand around it just a touch more. Now, normally I see that on the lanes. I know if I have a ball that's gonna be good right after this one, I might just switch balls immediately after that shot because I don't want to waste any frames. And on the PBA tour, bowling against the best bowlers in the world, we can't afford to lose frames to guys like Belmo and Simo and Chris Vi. I actually thought that was going to overhook, but
Still got a little bit of room.
yeah, the layout kind of holds it off to the right. Doesn't want to stand up quite as quick. So just remember, if you want to play a little bit straighter, those pin down balls are going to be really good because they're cleaner and they're smoother. Can be a little closer to the friction. Back to the Soul. We're going to take it from the same spot and see what the difference is. I think I might have to roll it just a little more. Almost rolled it too much. So that's from the same spot as that last shot with the Zen Master, and the Zen Master shot, I felt like I caught that way more. That shot felt a little cleaner, a little more forward. If I want to throw it the same as the Zen Master, I'm thinking about moving 7. Let's try 7. I'm gonna be a little steeper with this one. Something I kind of noticed, and I don't usually get away with this. I have this thing where I kind of cock my wrist, get a little too tilty, get really forward, and then my ball flat tens every time. This ball kind of gets off of it, and it does go forward, but it's kind of going forward a little more through the pins than normal. I don't know if this is just a special one that does that, but if I can get away with that hit, that helps me out a lot. Let's go another 5.
You're selling me on this ball, I'm not gonna lie.
I like it so far. I mean, we had a lesson yesterday with Jazz now, and they hooked so much. Like, I couldn't tell what this ball did, but I had a gut feeling. I was like, I think I'm gonna like it.
Yeah, now that you have some oil to work with.
Yeah, I can actually see the ball roll down the lane. I don't know if we're gonna see the Zen in this video. I don't know. Do we go another 5? Is this the new Zen ball good?
It's a scary thing to say.
You know, Hatchet said, Hatchet, by the way, is the lane mechanic here. He set all this up for us, so thank you. And thank you, Sunset Station, which is where we are. But he said there hasn't been one video, which is, this is odd because a lot of videos do this. They say, this ball's a must-have in your bag. And up until this video, I haven't said that.
Are you saying it now?
Nope. It might be a must-have in my bag, but I'm not gonna tell you what you need. I'm here to give you information, and you can make an educated decision based on the information I give you.
We don't know who you are.
If you trust me, great. If you don't, that's okay. You don't need to believe everything I say. Seeing is believing, and I am believing what I'm seeing. All right, another 5, and then we'll go to the Zen.
Good Lord.
How can we not? Oh, we gotta make sure we get it over that left side hook. I'm gonna loft it. Oh my God. This ball is disgusting on what we're bowling on right now. Just because a ball's good doesn't mean it's gonna be good all the time on everything.
You want to tell them what we think we're bowling on?
It's a house shot, I'm pretty sure. It's a house, it's Sunset Station's house shot. Do we reverse engineer what we've done? Start left and then move back right?
Sure.
This is where we finished with the Zen Soul. I think I need to aim a little further right. Hopefully it goes to the right. So the lanes are starting to stretch. And by that, I mean the oil is getting stretched out down the lane. So if the pattern started at 40 feet, it might be 42, 43 feet now. So now, where I think the Zen Soul still would have picked up and went through the pins really nice, Zen, a little cleaner. I haven't touched the surface on this yet, which we normally do. Storm 4K fast is a thing now though, so your bowling balls aren't gonna come as shiny. So if I had a 4K fast Zen, which this is not, it might have struck. All right, 5 back to the right, I think. So when I get that 4-pin, 10-pin reaction, that tells me my ball's not hooking in the right part of the lane. You saw with the Zen Soul, we got the 10 out, we tripped the 4. And that means your ball's hooking in the correct window to generate good pin carry. So that's what happens when you have bad pin carry. Your ball's just not hooking in the right spot. You're not getting ripped off. I promise you, everything happens for a reason, and that's the reason. Zen's just a little too clean, but right now the ball is the Zen Soul. All right, we're gonna take another 5 to the right. So as we start moving back right, we're gonna get into the friction a little more. I'm expecting the Zen to start looking a little bit better because it's gonna start hooking earlier. The only thing is, it might get offline too fast. Maybe we just keep our hand behind it a little more, knowing that that could happen. Got a little more forward. Yeah, we were closer to the friction. So that could be considered a double move, and that's kind of dangerous sometimes, but we gotta take that risk sometimes on tour, and it pays off at times, other times.
Would you say that ball hooked in the right part of the lane or just hit the right part of the pins?
I think it might have been a little early. So maybe I didn't have to roll it more, or maybe we moved too far right. Could be one of the two, but yeah, it hit the pins and kind of deflected a little bit, which tells me that the ball burned up just a little early. More Zen Soul, more strikes.
Can I be your ball rep?
Yeah, editor's choice.
All right.
Put me in the right spots.
We're gonna play as if I wasn't here for the last 10 shots.
Challenge mode.
So throw it as if you think it's fresh.
If I think like the house shot is fresh?
Yeah, between like second and third arrow, just like feeling out the lane.
Like first shot of practice
Yeah.
or first shot for competition? Because first shot of practice, yeah, I'm probably around like 10. Normally on a harder pattern, I'll be around 5 to see where it hooks, but I know if I'm bowling on a house shot, there's always hook on 5. But for competition, I'd probably start between 15 and 20 just to see.
Sure. Okay, let's do that.
And I'm throwing it as if I haven't bowled yet.
Yeah.
Okay, just like a normal shot. This is going high, 100%. Okay.
Okay, you got 2 options here.
2 options.
You can either...
Should we do both?
You can either
one
move,
shot and then one the other?
You can, yeah, sure. You can either get a little bit more firm with it if you're just throwing it pretty natural, or you can move like 5 left.
Okay.
Maybe like a 5 and 2.
I'll go with the firmer shot first.
All right.
And then we'll go 5 left after. I think I get more forward too. Yeah. I like that for house shots because it keeps the ball a little more up the lane. You don't see as much left to right, and that's less cliff. I have done that a lot more in league than I would normally do anywhere else.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna move right and throw it harder and get more forward. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
All right, let's move left.
Editor rep says move 5 left, and then throw it the same?
If you were to move 5 left, how would you move your eyes?
This is a 5 and 2.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Because I know there's a little more hook to the right,
Yeah.
so I can afford to be a little steeper. If I know what we're bowling on, it might be a 5 and 3. It's all situational.
This ball is just nut.
It's quite nice. I even think 6 would have been
Let's see how
a safer number.
Dude, look at how accurate your speed is.
And this is reading it at the end of the pattern, so it's never accurate center to center. Even different patterns, different oils. The thicker oils are going to slow the ball down more. So if you're bowling on something like what we're bowling on, the ball's going to slow down a lot. If you're on a thinner oil, the ball's going to go faster. It's going to exit the pattern faster. So the only accurate way to read ball speed is off the hand, because that's the same almost every time.
This isn't accurate miles per hour, but it is accurate shot to shot.
Yeah, shot to shot, this is accurate.
Yeah.
So if you want to compare how consistent you are, this works. But yeah, 14.9 on the test shot. We increased the speed on the second shot, a half a mile an hour. And then we made a move and threw it the same as the first shot and gave us the same reading.
Good bowler.
Today.
Okay.
But when you have a good bowling ball in your hands, it makes you more confident.
I'm pretty sure you could shoot 300 with this ball, so we're not gonna do that. Let's just have you move all the way to the left and throw it over the gutter.
Who doesn't like 300s?
I don't
Actually, I'm probably the least.
I don't want to be here for
I
that
probably
one.
care the least about 300s. People get mad, you know, I bowl 300 and I don't look excited. And they're like, why isn't he excited? Why would I change how I feel? I want to keep striking. If I get too excited, I might stop striking. Okay, okay. Is that gonna hook? Oh my God. That's like my Norm Duke loft the cap because I'm not very good at catching it when I loft it. So it's like fluff, gotta do it with shape. And wow.
Good job.
I think I like this ball so
I think
far.
I do too.
So
Can I have
mentioned phase 2. Not yet, maybe later. I did mention it's kind of close to phase 2. It's gonna be a little more off the spot, I think. I'm gonna bring this ball instead of the phase 2 this week, and that's saying a lot. I'm not saying it belongs in your bag, but I'm saying it probably belongs in mine.